Anybody likes to add to that, because that's not important, and that's oftentimes, I believe, not true. So leaving that aside. Saeed Purcell. I'm here to talk to you about the project that he alluded to, which is, for those of you who don't know, yes, thank you. This is the billboard that we're referring to. There is a billboard that is present. You can read it on the sign there, but I'll tell you as well. There is a billboard that is very visible on 35 East southbound as you're heading through Dallas, right around Northwest Highway. It's visible from the side. You see it there, the 800 number. It's trying to help dispel misconceptions and providing a number to answer questions and to provide a medium to have a dialogue about not just the status of women, but everything and anything that people might have when it relates to Islam and Muslims. And we know the reason for this, the reason that this is necessary. As we say in the West, preaching to the choir. We all know the reason for this is because there is rampant misinformation. There is rampant confusion and doubts and complete lies and fabrications that are being made about Islam and Muslims, and especially about our sisters and the status of the sisters and how they are. And you'll see some examples, inshallah, of how we're trying to address that from the press coverage that we had for the press conference for this particular event. So it's there as it says. And so this was the campaign. It's through this project. And it's a project where we're combining with some of our other organizations. ICNA is a national organization. I'm sure most of you know that. It's relatively well known in Dallas, but a national organization that's been in existence for over 50 years. It's been in the Dallas area, according to the information that I have, at least 30 years. And they do many things, not just the binding the community together, trying to build and establish a platform for us to live out our lives as Muslims in the West, but it also has other components like social justice component, which is a means of trying to advocate for justice for all, not just for Muslims within the United States and the West in general, as well as ICNA Relief, which you're familiar with, I know, because of all the different drives that they've done, whether for Hurricane Harvey about a year and a half ago, or recently the apartment building where the Rohingya refugees that are here in the Dallas area, I don't know if any of you have seen this, so many of them ICNA brothers have. The apartment building burned down to the ground. Almost a dozen families were put out on the streets because of the incidents, and so they went there to help. They were already helping them. They were what helped them get into the apartments in the first place. ICNA Relief is doing that. Women's shelters, halfway houses for men getting out of prison, all kinds of things, etc. Then you also have the segment that I work with, which is Why Islam and/or Gain Peace, which is the outreach division. The people that go out and make a point of engaging with the larger community, engaging with the people of other faiths and trying to help them understand and get to know Muslims and dispel their misconceptions, give them a chance to see a Muslim face to face. And I always like to throw this out there. There's research that shows getting to know a Muslim, getting to interact with Muslims has a huge effect on the attitudes that people have towards Muslims. The Gallup poll found that it improves the attitudes around Muslims by up to 70% just by engaging with a Muslim. So having those opportunities to engage with them, not necessarily in a religious conversation, but any conversation, having an interaction, engaging with our larger communities, etc. And so these are the things we do. And so it's Gain Peace is who we teamed with. Why Islam is in New Jersey, Gain Peace is in Chicago, both doing outreach, both having wonderful opportunities. Gain Peace was who we teamed with on this project, etc. And so this is some of the media coverage that we had here. So we had a press conference, as I alluded to, and as you see up there, we had 5 different media outlets that came out to observe this campaign. You have National Public Radio, Fox TV, yes, believe it or not, Fox TV. And just I want to dispel some of the misconceptions. Of all the news coverage that we got, the first one to release the video and to release the stories was Fox. They were the quickest to put it out into the public sphere. Quickest. It took us a lot longer to find all of the other stories when they finally got posted. Fox was the one who gave us the public eye the fastest. So Fox was there, National Public Radio, ABC, CBS, NBC, all of them covered it. All of them covered it. And some great interactions with the cameramen and the interviewers that were there. And then hopefully, I don't know if this will work here or not, do we have a clicker? To actually hit a hyperlink? We don't. Yeah, click on the hyperlink. This will give you a taste of the news coverage that we received.
Two Dallas Islamic groups want to change ideas about women of their faith and the hijab as its symbol. The Dallas chapter
And this is Fox News, by the way.
America and Gain Peace are both launching a 6-week public outreach program and campaign. The main objective is to portray the head covering worn by many Muslim women as a symbol of empowerment and not repression. The group paid for a billboard that can be seen from the southbound lanes of I-35E near Northwest Highway. They've also set up outreach booths on university campuses and public places in the Dallas area.
It is also a form of liberation from strangers who dictate how women should dress in the society to be successful. It is to free ourselves from being judged by our physical beauty, but rather our intellect or our character. It is to preserve our modesty.
The groups say the billboard has been very positively received and says dozens of people have called their hotline for more information.
All right, now oh, there we go. Okay, alhamdulillah. So that was the coverage that we received. And as I was watching that, I just remembered one of the other details. As I said, Fox was the one to first release the story. Not only was Fox the first, but besides National Public Radio, because it was a radio interview, they gave us the longest spot on TV. Of all the coverage, theirs was the longest, the most complete. And National Public Radio had a spot as well. We could show the NBC, but I don't think we need to. We don't want to take too much of your time. I know that everybody is eager to go home, whether it's to have a late dinner or to just relax and get ready for bed and the day for work tomorrow, etc. So while we are here, and Ustad Bajour will be joining us, Epic, mashallah, when they heard about this program and when we started talking to them about it, they were really interested and excited about the opportunities that a program like this has. The response we've already received. It's a 6-week program. We're less than halfway into it right now. And we've had dozens and dozens of phone calls, fantastic conversations and corrections of misconceptions that people had, etc. So Epic, when they heard that, when they saw what was happening, they said, you know what? We want to get on board with that too. So what they're planning to do, as you see up there, they'd like to do at least 2 more billboards of the same or similar subjects and do them around the DFW before the end of the summer of this year, 2019. So this is where Imam Bajour is going to step in, and he's going to take over, and he gets the job of putting the pinch on you. I just got to set the stage, alhamdulillah.
So you give me the hard part.
I give you the hard part, that's right.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, just like Brother Sayyid said, you know, we are always sabbaqoon. We always race to do good. When we hear about a great project, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Epic is always in the front line, Alhamdulillah. So inshallah ta'ala, you know, subhanallah, the information and the attack about Islam is tremendous. But if you look at the counter-attack, at the clarification, how often do you see people responding, or how often do we see people clarifying about our deen? Very rare. So this is an amazing opportunity to clarify many of the misconceptions, especially about the hijab. I remember when we were in Costco one day, and me and a brother and his wife was with him. So a man came to her, and he was bluntly saying, "Is he forcing you to do this?" And the brother was Moroccan. He wants to yani, you know, you know how Moroccans. He said no. She said no, he's not. And so this is one of the misconceptions people have about when they see our sisters. You know, they think that we are forcing them to do that. They do not know that they enjoy obeying Allah Azza wa Jal by wearing the hijab. So ya akhwan, like the brother said, we are, inshallah ta'ala, we made the intention as Epic community to sponsor 2 billboards, 2 of them. The cost is going to be around 15,000. So inshallah ta'ala, on your way out, there are brothers over there. You could donate as much as you can. The more generous, the better it is, inshallah. And if you can't do it today, inshallah, there's a link right there, and you can go to the ICNA website and you can donate from there. And inshallah ta'ala, we will all get the ajr. And there's another point, brother. You know, it is excellent for the non-Muslims. Obviously, this is the main goal. But you know what? Can you imagine a Muslimah without a hijab passing by? And she would say, wow, my brothers and sisters are working very hard to convince others or to clarify others about Islam, and I am a Muslim, I'm not wearing the hijab, it could possibly happen. Wallahi, we do not know what triggers you to do ibadah. We have no clue, right? So this could be also a bigger image, inshaAllah ta'ala. So all we have to do is plant that seed. And who's going to sit under the shade of that tree? We have no clue. But all his responsibility is to plant the seed. We are not, alhamdulillah, we are not responsible for the results. We are only responsible for the balagh. May Allah accept from all of us, be as normal as usual. Be very generous, inshaAllah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair, barakallah feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.